Welcome back to Instables, everyone. I'm going to go over this market briefing with you guys. I'm going to go over exactly what happened today and where exactly we may be headed next in the market. Now, starting off the day from pre-market, Russia's Foreign Minister Lavrov mentioned that Moscow is now ready to meet with Ukraine, which gave us a lot of bullish signals, and we did continue on up in the market as we were leading into Jerome Powell. And then Jerome Powell mentioned midday that we're going to have a 25 base point rate hike, which was less than 50 points, which a lot of people expected, and a lot of people were thinking that possibly 0 points would be better than 25 points. But the reason why I like 25 points is because it shows that Russia and Ukraine hasn't totally changed his whole entire outlook on what they were doing. But if it was at 0, then it would show us that Russia and Ukraine have a lot of impact, a lot more than we expected. So in my opinion, 25 points is better than 50 and also better than 0, which the market did continue on up on this. Now I'm going to jump into the S&P 500 with you guys here on the SPY so you guys can see what exactly we're looking for to have a continuation here. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the S&P 500, as you guys can see, again, we have been getting rejected just below our 20-moving average. Looking to see if we can jump back over it to start to respect it. We did have a spike to the upside today. We did get a wick to the upside. So again, we do need to make sure we do continue on with this momentum. It will be dependent on how exactly we digest the market, and also Powell will be speaking tomorrow. In my opinion, Powell won't have too much of an effect going into the market tomorrow as much as he did today, as he already mentioned that he was going to do a 25-point base rate hike. So again, we were looking for that increase in volume to have this continuation. As you guys can see, even though we did come up, we did actually break into new highs here just above, but we also did get wick to the upside, showing us that we could be respecting this 20-moving average to the downside, which shows us that we may continue on down, or we could be getting a large momentum candle to the upside if we do digest Powell tomorrow and we continue bullish. Now, as you guys can see here on the volume, again, we did not get as much volume as we were looking for to have this continuation. So volume will be very key going into tomorrow. We do have a decrease in sell pressure here on the MACD, showing us that we are looking to see if we can continue. But again, we do need to make sure we do increase in buy volume, and we do have our EMA lines below our MACD, showing us that we still could continue on down. So again, I do like how our EMA lines are looking to see if they can cross here to possibly continue on up here and possibly have a bounce back. Again, we are sitting on lower lows, so we would be looking to see if we can break over 447.50 to get that major move up. But again, Powell did mention today that if Russia and Ukraine were to escalate, then there's no telling how many rate hikes they can have, but that they are ready to act if they need to. Now, in my opinion, what is holding us back from continuing on with pressure, even though we have been getting a lot of volume recently, is that Putin at any time could continue to escalate in a way that we don't want to happen, because that could create a World War III. And even the Russian foreign minister today himself mentioned that if things continue to escalate, that we could have a World War III. And it seems like they don't want that to happen. But again, Putin being cornered and being in the situation he's in, who knows what exactly he's going to do next. So we will keep an eye on this Russia and Ukraine news, just looking to see if we can de-escalate and they could possibly figure out a deal here, so that way we could continue on with momentum or even bounce back, since we do now have a 25-point base rate hike. So again, just keeping an eye on this news, just looking to see if we can bounce back over our 20 and then get our 20-moving average to cross back over our 50 to get that stronger momentum. Again, this 447.50 mark will be very key, because in my opinion, if we do break over our 20-moving average, then we could come back down and retest and then continue to break from here. Again, this is a very strong resistance that we did previously have a rejection to the upside from and continued on down from, and also had a lot of consolidation that we did try to respect, but continued on down on a double top intraday break to the downside. So just making sure we do break over this 447.50 mark to make sure we do get that stronger momentum to the upside. Now, if I was playing to the downside here, I would be looking for that break at 430, and we also are getting a mini wick to the downside. So if we do have a rejection, we drop below our doji candle here and the rejection of the downside that we have here at 430, then we could have a large move to the downside, and we would have a large break at that point. And just making sure we do get back over our 20-moving average to continue to respect it, at least for now, so that way we could continue on up, is what I would be looking for here. And again, with that said, if you are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, penny stock, mid cap, or not as many large cap, but many volatile stocks throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert throughout the day again. And all of you instables that have been coming over and supporting the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys, of course, every single day. We're going to continue to go at it, no matter how bad the market does get, no matter how much we get rejected. I don't care if the market were to have a large spike to the downside, we will get some consolidation at some point, and we will continue to have breaks like we have been. Even if it's a little slower, we still have nice breaks like XCUR today. IRNT was a nice break from pre-market, multiple breaks that we continue to have. Even if the market stays choppy, we will have our choppy, but sure enough, breaks throughout the day. But when the volume does come back, we know exactly how many fireworks the market gives us, and we will be ready for that when it does come. So again, just staying focused, looking at this momentum in the market, watching exactly what Putin does next, and just watching these rate hikes to make sure it doesn't get too crazy is what we will continue to stay focused on. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help other find, and it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.